What is going on, guys, and welcome to episode 30 of the Listen Whilst You Step podcast. I cannot believe we are 30 episodes in already. That is absolute madness. Time flies when you're having fun, to say the least. And I think if the last 18 months or so has not taught us that time disappears very, very quickly, then I don't know what will. At the current time of recording this, it is the 27th of May, and I am sat in a hotel room in sunny Hounslow after having to come back from Dubai for a little bit of a family emergency. So I'm currently having to do the hotel quarantine for 10 days. We are on day 6. It's definitely been an interesting experience, to say the least. And literally spending, well, this would actually be day 7, because when you arrive, it's day 0. Spending that long, literally on your own in 4 walls. It's been an experience, to say the least. Got some very, very good clarity on different things. I've also built a pretty freaking solid routine. Productivity's been through the roof. Been working on some cool stuff behind the scenes for all of our clients to really just constantly help level up the services to help everybody get absolutely incredible results. Recorded a cool couple of podcasts and things like that. But the worst thing is that the internet in this place is absolutely horrendous, and trying to run an online business when you don't have good internet is definitely an interesting one, to say the least. And the food's been a bit of an interesting one as well. I don't know if any of you guys follow me on Instagram. I've been posting the kind of photos of the food and things like that up there. To be fair, I'll give them the due. Lunch and dinner has been fairly okay, but breakfast has been pretty horrendous. I had a cheese omelette yesterday, and people were saying it looked like a pork chop. Yeah, that's it. That says it all. So yeah, it's definitely been an interesting experience. But in today's podcast, gonna keep it short and sweet. You've got a solo episode with me, obviously, and we're going to talk about something which I learned from Kyran, my mindset coach, and it's all about kind of how to make hard decisions, how to make the right decisions, because it can be super difficult, can be super overwhelming. You can always build up kind of a little bit of anxiety about making these decisions. And quite often people end up in scenarios where if they just had a hard conversation, made the hard decision that they know was the right thing in the first place, then they wouldn't be in the position they are now, and they wouldn't be kind of having regret or something about that. Okay, so this kind of model is called the warrior, magician, lover model. Okay, and honestly, it's very, very rare that I get like light bulb moments now. But when I do, holy hell, I'm like, yes, I can relate to this so much. And I've taught this to a number of different people now. We did it on one of our alpha trainings, our webinars that we do for all of our clients every week, and everybody absolutely loved it. And people have found it's super, super useful moving through their life, just having this framework to be able to make the right decisions. Also spoken to it with a number of friends and things like that. And again, they've related really, really closely to it. So I hope this is massively useful for you guys. And if it is, just please let me know in the comments below. Drop me a message. Let me know what you thought was your biggest takeaway. Let me know where you are, warrior, magician, lover, because I'll give some kind of open story to kind of where I am and kind of the thought process behind everything. But now moving into this, okay, so I want you to imagine we have 3 boxes along the middle. And this is the kind of 3 types of people we have. We have a warrior, we have a magician, and we have a lover. Okay. Now, just to make this very, very clear, no one is ever really just one of these. Most of the time, people are they might have a bit of a split between 2. The odd person might have a bit of a split between the 3 of them. Sometimes in different scenarios, you can be different ones as well. So we have the warrior. Okay. The warrior is that kind of like rah, 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 fight person. Okay. So that's like they get criticism and they take it personally. They're like, no, but you can't do that. Blah, 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 blah. Okay. Or something gets said and they're the first one who gets in. They're the warrior. They're there to fight. Okay. They're there to protect themselves and things like that. Okay. So I can be warrior in certain situations, and I'll be completely open and transparent. This is something that I've been working on with Kyran. When someone, because I get quite used to, not quite so much anymore, get really defensive when people used to kind of comment on my spelling, because my spelling's absolutely awful. My English isn't the best, which is why I do podcasts and I do lots of video, because I'm much more confident that way. And I used to take it really personally, but something I've been working on. Okay, so I can be warrior in certain things. Okay, but then we have magician and lover. Now, magician is a very, very interesting one. This, I think, relates to a hell of a lot of people, as well as lover. Now, Magician is that person who's like, right, if I do this, this, and this, that means that, that, and that will happen. And then that means that I can do this, this, and this, and that will mean that, 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 and that. They will try anything and everything to be able to get something to work or keep someone happy or make themselves happy. They'll find a way to make it happy, make everybody happy, no matter what. Okay. Even if it means they've got to jump through a million different hoops and go above and beyond to do certain things, which obviously is a super, super powerful thing for sometimes, but it's also not looking after the king of the kingdom, which we'll get onto in a second, the king or the queen, sorry. And then we've got lover. Okay. Lover is the person who will take the brunt for absolutely anything purely to keep the other person happy. Okay. So they will just go, it's fine. It doesn't matter if this really sucks for me, but you're happy. Okay. Again, can be a super, super powerful thing. And I think it is important to be super selfless, but sometimes you have to be selfish. You have to look after yourself, because if we don't look after ourselves, we cannot look after others. Okay. I literally had this conversation with a client the other day. They had a family member who wasn't very well, and they were neglecting their body, neglecting their mind. They were staying up all night, not sleeping. They weren't training. They were eating shit. And they just felt like rubbish. I was like, you're telling me that you need to be in the best shape that you physically can, mentally, physically, to be able to look after your loved one, but you're neglecting your body and your mind. Your body, your mind's only performing at like 50% right now. How can you look after that family member to the best of your ability if you're not looking after yourself? Okay, this is where we have to learn to push and pull and not say yes or no. And obviously, we touched on this a little bit in the last podcast with Joe, but kind of getting on from this. Okay, we've got warrior, magician, and lover. Okay, now personally, I am a little bit of magician and lover. Okay, I'm very much so. If I do this, this, and this, and that, and that, then that will keep that person happy. And it doesn't matter if I've got to do this, this, and this, and that, and that's fine. That person's happy. So I really, really get stuck in magician lover a lot of the time. Okay, now how we want to think about trying to make some of these hard decisions is I want you to take yourself out of whichever ones of those you are. You're no longer warrior. You're no longer magician. You're no longer lover. I want you to put yourself in king. The king is a box above these three boxes, the king or the queen. Okay. And the king or the queen, they make the best decision for themselves and their kingdom. So the queen makes the best decision for the queen and the queen's kingdom. The king makes the best decision for the king, which is yourself, and the kingdom. So that's your family, your friends, the people around you. Okay. So the king takes into consideration the warrior, the magician, the lover, and it puts himself above it. It goes, right, okay, I can understand you, I can understand you, I can understand you. What is the best thing for the king and the kingdom? Okay, so this is where you need to put yourself. You need to visualize this model. Take yourself and acknowledge yourself getting stuck in warrior, magician, lover. Take yourself out of it, put yourself above, and make the best decision that you can make for the king and the kingdom, or the queen and the kingdom. Okay. Doing this allows you to ration out everything rather than getting caught up in between one or the other, where your head's battling against your heart and different things like this. And you're going, oh, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. Oh, it's fine. I'll just do that. Okay. It makes it very, very clear. Right. Bang. What would the king do? Okay. And the more and more that you do this, and the more that you understand this model, the more that you will actually see yourself getting stuck in warrior, magician, lover. Okay. And this isn't me saying that you're all of a sudden going to be absolutely perfect at this, because you really, really are not. And I'm by no means an expert on this. And I still find myself stuck in particularly like magician, getting better at dealing with the lover thing. That's just a case of having the confidence to be able to have hard conversations and understand that you can't keep everybody happy. That's just not realistic. But understand this model is absolutely essential. Put yourself into king, because you getting stuck in one of the three at the bottom, king, magician, or lover, you're just burning energy constantly in your head. And if you're burning energy constantly in your head, you're not going to be as fun to be around, because you're constantly going to be fatigued. You're not going to be able to be the best version of yourself. Two, if you're looking at it from a physique perspective, your training and nutrition is going to be very, very suboptimal, because you're constantly burning energy just through overthinking things, basically. Okay. So it's about understanding, remove yourself from the situation, put yourself into king or queen. What is the best decision that you can make for yourself and your kingdom? Okay. That takes into consideration warrior, magician, lover. Okay. Guys, I hope this was super useful. And the one thing that I want to kind of finish on here was something that I got told by one of my mentors. And it was literally within like the first couple of days of signing up with this mentor. who I paid a considerable amount of money to do. And this one conversation I would have paid the whole amount of money for. Probably wouldn't tell him that directly because it probably blow some smoke up his trumpet, but it was absolutely incredible. And that was that you should never make a decision without your head, your heart, and your gut aligned. Okay. And this was just before me and Kyran kind of spoke about things, and he explained to me about this kind of warrior, magician, king, lover model. And it relates completely perfectly. So this is just me trying to put it across another way. So if you don't understand and can't kind of relate to the warrior, magician, lover model, then just think and try and make sure that you make decisions with your head, your heart, and your gut aligned. Because if you're doing that, then you are going to be making sure that you are making the right decision. Okay. If any one of those is out of kilter, then you're probably not making the right decision. This won't allow you to have the hard conversations you need, or you're going down the route of one or the other. Okay. So guys, again, short and sharp. Hope this was super, super useful. This has been so powerful, so powerful for a number of my different clients, because I used to be the king of procrastination, get stuck in overthinking, stuck worrying about others, stuck trying to keep people happy. And this has been an absolute game changer for me to increase my quality of life, who I can be, how to just simply just grab life by the balls and be the best version of myself. Okay. So guys, let me know in the comments below, what was your biggest takeaway? Drop me a message. Let me know what you liked from this, what you enjoyed. And then ultimately, please, if you enjoyed the episode, leave it a review on Spotify, Apple Podcasts. And then what I would really, really appreciate is if you could give this a share to your Instagram story, and then give me a tag at Simon Johnson Fitness. Guys, have an absolutely awesome one, and I will see you in the next episode.